Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's Matt, and in today's video, folks, I got 4 Solana NFTs I think you guys really might want to check out. Now, obviously, guys, it's been a rough time for a lot of projects out there, but I do think there is potential on the horizon, especially, of course, as one day we finally exit this bear market. So if you guys are new and ready to make some gains despite all odds, let's get right into it. But before you do, guys, join the free Discord down below, guys. It's free. Tons of awesome stuff over there, including some whitelist access. I really do think you'll like it. Link down below. Alright, so the first project we are looking at here today is called Fruits, and I find this project to actually be very refreshing because what Fruits has done is essentially change the game for a lot of Solana NFTs. These guys are really bringing back a classic aesthetic style without being kind of perceived as a ripoff like a lot of other projects have. I don't think there's a lot of room for ape projects anymore, and I could be wrong on that. There could be some awesome ape project that comes out tomorrow, but it has to be unique enough to where it generates its own community as opposed to leeching on to some other communities. So, you know, building something that's very largely inspired off another project or is very similar to another project, that can work, but it is nice to see something different that is really in it of itself. So, you know, very simple 2D animation here. They're not trying to be the best artists here or whatnot, and there's 7,777 of them with around 870 listed, so roughly 10-ish% of the supply right now being listed. But we take a look at their Twitter here, Fruits NFT, and these guys are just pretty simple, and that's kind of what I like. They aren't talking about some ridiculous roadmap or whatnot every single second, and roadmaps are good. You know, I don't have anything against roadmaps, but I do like to see just organic community here being built, and you guys can see people are tweeting at them relentlessly. They almost remind me a lot of an Ethereum project over on Solana. I feel like this is something that would very likely be trending on the page of OpenSea or something like that for Ethereum. So definitely nice to see that going down here on Solana. We take a look at the activity. It is crazy. Tons of buy volume and sell volume here, of course. Take a look at the analytics as well. We can see there are a good deal of people here who own between 6 and 24 of them, so definitely not anything to complain about there, but a good variety of people do own one, so definitely a lot of unique holders here as well. But before we go any further, do you like NFT whitelists? Because if you do, the Patreon down below is the place for you. I have worked tirelessly to make the Patreon one of the best places you guys could be for NFTs. For only $10 a month, we have an entire team dedicated to finding you whitelists. You guys also get one-on-one access to me, group coaching calls, and so much more. To be honest, guys, it is a steal for the price it's at. If you're looking to take your NFT game to the next level, you guys have to check out the Patreon down below in the description. Shifting gears a little bit, guys, we have a blue chip here, something that has been around for the longest time, and I do think is a good pickup now. So Famous Fox Federation, I said was a good pickup when it was around 40, said was a good pickup at 30, and I think it's an even better pickup at 20. Here's why. Famous Fox Federation is here to stay. That is my opinion on this project, and I am strongly considering snagging one because Famous Fox Federation are actually responsible for doing a lot. And if we take a look, of course, at their Twitter here, you guys can see they still have a very strong community. People consistently tweeting at them using Foxy Swap, so very easy. You could come on here and trade NFTs peer-to-peer. That is a great infrastructure that NFTs really do need, and unfortunately, not a whole lot of projects are really doing this. But again, that is good news for Famous Fox Federation as they really are innovative. You can come on here. I used to be able to buy whitelist tokens through their Foxy auctions or whatnot. There's just so much going on. I implore you guys to take a look and see what they are doing themselves, but consistently upgrading, consistently building, and that ultimately is what I am looking for. So again, definitely a community that's been around here for a long time. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. And of course, out of the 7.8 thousand supply, take a look at this, only around 300 listed. That is really good. Those are like D-Gods numbers almost. So definitely not a bad listing count as well. You know, the average sale obviously is only 24 Solana, so definitely, in my opinion, not a bad time to enter. And if we are to take a look at some of the analytics here, we can see where the majority of the listings are. So the majority of the listings here is between 42 and 47, so that might be the toughest hurdle to break, but definitely do believe there are a lot of people well interested and well vested in this project, and it will be in the future for the foreseeable future to see. The next project here is part of kind of a new meta right now, and for those that don't know what a meta is, obviously that is the sort of going trend in NFT season. So for a while, there was the trend of profile picture projects like OK Bears and Just Ape launched and Primates and all of that. So every little while, there will be a shift in the meta, and it looks like right now the meta is going to be little royalty kind of projects that give you some kind of royalty for either gambling or some level of competition. So what this is Dcoin Crash here is the first ever Dust coin flip game. Now, I am a massive fan of DGods and a supporter of them, so of course I'm going to like something like this, and I'm strongly considering picking one up. So only 888 of these, so definitely a much smaller supply here, and they claim to be the first ever Dust coin flip game. So you go on their site or whatnot, or their game once it is complete, and you will basically earn money for flipping Dust, which I think is very, very cool. We take a look at their Twitter here, and again, it looks like these guys are pretty legit. They're in development here with Solana, which does look to be the real deal as well. And of course, they talk a little bit about how the demo is coming out very, very soon here in 2 to 3 days. A fully functional Dust coin flip game here, and you guys can see they are making some passive income. So it looks like people are actually getting parts of these royalties. Obviously, not a whole lot of royalties, but regardless, it's a start. It is definitely a start. And again, if you are spending, say, you know, $200 on one of these Dcoin crashes, you are making, you know, a couple bucks maybe, you know, a day, but that's definitely not bad. And I would say that could add up over time if you were able to snag up enough of these. So I don't know if Dcoin Crash itself is going to be the #1 of these royalty sharing projects out there, but I do like the way the Solana meta is shifting in this direction because it's profitable. There is a very valid reason to invest in a project that is giving you a portion of the proceeds they are making, and this is something that so many projects for the longest time were missing. I am looking at projects right now that hopefully will give me something for holding on to them, and man, does that feel like a long lost art. We have a lot of roadmaps and stuff, and that's fine, but roadmaps don't necessarily lead to actual money being generated. And when you look at something like this, you know, if you value the currency Dust, which is a great crypto on its own, respectively, if you value Dust, you would probably want people to flip it and to gamble it and whatnot, because that will keep it in circulation and keep it in use. Next project here, boom, very similar. It is called Mooncoin Flip here. Went up to 1000x Solana instantly in coin flipping crash. 100% revenue from gamble games will be going directly to the Mooncoin Flip holders, and 70% of overall royalties, I guess, going to holders as well. So I guess you have gambling games and then other royalties, which you will be getting 70% of. So don't know exactly how this works, but regardless, very similar project here. Not a whole lot of supply, not a whole lot listed, and you take a look at their Twitter here, and it looks like these guys are pretty much trying a similar thing. And again, you could probably look at Magic Eden and find a gazillion of projects like this that are, you know, selling some kind of opportunity to make royalties from their flipping. But the idea is kind of the same. You have a very sustainable model of people hopefully going on and gambling their crypto in hopes of winning, and by supporting the website and the team and all of that with the NFT in your hands, you are earning a portion of that. So this seems to be a very good model. Again, I do implore you to take a look at Magic Eden, see what's going on, see what launches are coming out soon, what new mints are coming out, because I do think this meta is really here to stay and hopefully will be a good one for the future. So with that being said, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to join the Patreon down below in the description, guys. Tons of awesome stuff over there. We got tons of whitelist stuff, Discord, all of that linked down below. My name is Matt. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.